So you see, in some parts of the world, people don't actually say anything when people sneeze. They just let them have their private moment. But the traditional phrase would be, God bless you. The problem is, while it sounds nice, it's actually not compatible with our beliefs. It's very incompatible, actually. So to back up for a minute, if we look at kind of an abbreviated course of some of the daring to differ that I know some of the people in the church have read, if we look at Genesis 2:7, in the New American Standard, it says, "Then the Lord God formed man of the dust of the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living being." But a lot of other versions, like King James, say a living soul. So the question tends to be, what is a soul? And I'll bring it back to that phrase in a minute. So it translates the Hebrew word nephesh as soul. And we can cross-reference that with Genesis 1:20, where it says, "And God said, let waters swarm with swarms of living souls, and let fowl fly above the earth in the expanse of the heavens." So we can see that the soul isn't something that's specific to man. It's something that any animal would have. And if we look at Job 27:3, we can cross-reference the breath of life a little earlier as naphesh in Hebrew, which is a similar looking word but means something different. Job 27:3, "And the while my breath is in me and the Spirit of God is in my nostrils." So the breath of life is just that, breath, the same that in Job says it's going through our nostrils. So the dust of the ground plus the breath of life becomes a living soul. So a soul isn't something that's in us, but something that we are. The history of saying God bless you is that people were afraid if you sneezed hard enough, you would blow out your soul like you'd blow out a candle. And this comes from the beliefs of the philosopher Plato. He believed that the soul was something inside of you, not something that you are. So if somebody sneezed hard, they might blow out their soul and then they'd be forever damned or whatever. So people would say, God bless you, to try and comfort their soul. But the original saying, if you go back, wasn't God bless you, it was may Jupiter preserve you. It wasn't even our God. So this phrase is very against what we believe. So instead, when somebody sneezes, I'd recommend the Italian or Spanish traditional saying, which means to your health, or wishing someone good health, Lud. Or my personal favorite, the German traditional saying, which simply means health, which is what I've tried to switch over to myself. It's kind of a lot safer than perpetuating a belief that's not actually ours. And you might say that nobody really knows the actual meaning, but I've heard several people, even in touch, talking about how silly a saying it is because they believe they have an immortal soul inside of them, so it can't be blown out if you sneeze, so don't say God bless you. Then somebody, teacher that I had as a child, knew what my religious beliefs were, and she heard me say it when she sneezed, and she said, "Why did you say that? You don't believe my soul will actually blow out." So a lot of people actually do know what it means. And when I was in college, I heard a Muslim correct somebody. When he sneezed, they said, "God bless you" to him, and he said, "I'm a Muslim. I do not follow the beliefs of Plato." So even people of other religious beliefs realize that it doesn't apply to them. So with many phrases, it's a good idea to look up what the actual meaning is before you say it, because even if you don't know what you're actually saying, somebody else might.